I was muted again. Hello, everyone. Hello. Gonna pause our music as we get started. So good to see you guys. Happy to be here. Yeah, we're doing a body doubling session today. Oh my God, that was such a loud notification for nothing. We're doing a body doubling session today, which essentially means that we're gonna work together. We're gonna get some inspiration together on working, and it's gonna be great. Now, you love my headphones. Thank you. I do too. I've had them for so many years now, and I always get complimented on them. I want to do an activity with you as we kind of get into this body doubling session, but I realize my video is actually flipped, so I need to quickly flip my video the other way. And I know how to do that, obviously, because I'm a genius. I don't know how to do that. That is the truth of this. We're figuring it out. But what are you all planning on using this time for? Oh, I found it. Flip horizontal? Yeah. Hayley's a genius. What are we going to use this time for? And I also want in this moment here, as we're kind of getting set up, for you to set up your space in a way that works for you as you're working. So there's so many comments. It's great. So great to see you here. Baking cookies. That's awesome. Ready to go to work. Amazing. Greetings from Mexico. Hello. Awesome. Glad to have you here. Folding laundry. Hell yeah. Packing, unwinding. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So glad that you guys are here, ready to do some work. The activity I want to do with you, is to help us kind of, I have to redo it though. I feel really sad because my partner hyped me up here. I wrote look sexy and he wrote mission accomplished, baby. So that was nice of him. Now it goes away. So the thing that I want to try doing with you today, if you were trying to figure out what to work on while doing this body doubling session, is the Eisenhower matrix, which is something that I have used a lot in my life. And I ran a workshop on productivity at the start of this month, and we talked about this as well. So here is how the Eisenhower matrix works. In our top corner, this is going to be our urgent and important section. Okay, write that in. Important, urgent. Okay, important and urgent. In this section, we're gonna put not urgent. And then finally here is not important. So what I want you to do is with your tasks that you have planned to be working on today, I want you to plug them into the Eisenhower matrix. Where do they fall? And this is the section you're gonna focus on, okay? Because I know for myself, I have a long task list of things to do, and I'm certainly not gonna get to all of those things, so I need to put them in here to understand where to start, where to maybe schedule things for later, what to focus on. So if you're struggling to figure out how to prioritize and what to do, start here. Plug your tasks in, and then focus on this quadrant. I wanted to throw that out there because I knew people weren't sure what to focus on today. Ugh. That's off to the side now. Amazing. Welcome. So we are going to get into our body doubling session now, and this is what it's going to look like. I have got myself a timer. There it is, a timer. We're going to use the Pomodoro timer, which is 25 minutes. And the idea is then you can either take a short break or a long break. And we'll go from there, because I know for myself, my optimal work time is 20 minutes, 25 kind of pushes it. And so we're going to work for 25 minutes or so. If I decide I can't make it to 25 minutes, we're gonna pause and do a wiggle and stuff before we actually get there. So that's the plan for today's body doubling session. If you have questions and things for me, feel free to ask them, and I will happily answer them as I'm kind of working away as well. But that's kind of the goal for today. I've got some Lofi music for us to be listening to. So I've started playing that, and it'll be nice and chill, nice and relaxed. If you have questions while you're here, feel free to ask them. I'm going back to my music and turning that up a bit. Lovely. All right. And we are going to get started. Ready? Time to go. Okay, wait, this is a good question that I feel like I have to answer. How is something important and not urgent, or urgent but not important? An urgent but not important task would be something that, like, someone hands you off a task like, hey, I need you to get this done for me. It's for somebody else to do. It's not important to you or your long-term success or goals, but it's like an important task to get done. And then something that is important and not urgent would be like my really long-term goals, the things I'm working forward, like in the future. They're not urgent, but I want to work towards them. That's the difference. Yeah. How are you today, Hayley? I am good. Did a workshop this morning on our New Year's resolutions, and so that was a cool workshop that we did, and we're going to be starting an accountability program in January, which is exciting too. How long overall is this session supposed to be? At least an hour, probably more, because I am going to use this time to work as well. We're going to have some like lo-fi music, working time. I'm going to have some pauses to remind you to drink water and to move your body. And yeah, so to start, make sure that you have got your space set up for you. I have a little incense. Look at this. It's a tiny mushroom with an incense. I've got my waters next to me. I have a little snack available to me. Have those things for yourself. Make your space feel nice. And then we're going to get into it. Any tips on how to make important phone calls? I've been needing to cancel medical stuff in my old state and set up a new one in my current state. I know it's important. I just can't. Do it now. No more excuses. Do it right now. This is the time you're going to do it. Do it now. Do it now. How much better will you feel once it's done? Right? Do it now. This is what body doubling's for. Awesome. There's definitely going to be some quiet times as we're working. I know you're used to seeing me talk nonstop, always, because that's how I exist a lot of the time. But I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna work with you. We're gonna be like silent working buddies for a little bit, listening to music together. So let's do that for a little bit. Okay, we've got our timer. I'm gonna check in on you in a couple of minutes. But until then, get to working. Get to working. Hi Hayley, I need to clean, but I also didn't get much sleep last night and desperately want to nap. How do you sort situations like this out? If your body needs a nap to function, nap. You need to listen to what your body needs first and foremost. So that's what I would suggest. I'd suggest take a nap. And you're probably going to be in a better space to do some cleaning and other chores afterwards. Just finished getting ready this morning and hit a dopamine deficiency while trying to decide on breakfast. The beautiful thing about dopamine is that you can build it. You can create it. You can create more of it. So what's the easiest way for you to get dopamine that's healthy and wonderful? A really good suggestion would be move your body. Go do a little walk. Do 10 jumping jacks, 10 push-ups. You'll have more dopamine in your body afterwards. Dance, put on some music, be silly. Build some dopamine back into your system. The question, why does that work? Like, why would exercising give you dopamine? It's one of the most common ways for us to get dopamine into our system. Dopamine is a chemical that we produce in our bodies. There are very natural ways for us to create more of it. Yeah. I just sent that bio for my department at work that was that my boss requested. I finished it but kept tweaking. It's sent and I can focus on something else now. Yes, love it. Yay. I'm going to take this stream to the bathroom, brush my teeth. I realized my username, no pun intended, taste teeth. That's funny. I have a degree in psychology. Exercise activates the pleasure centers in your brain, naturally increasing dopamine. Yeah, it's awesome. It's very cool. It's pretty fun. Yeah, a favorite of mine is just like wiggle. Just like do the jiggle wiggles, you know, just as much as possible. Jiggly wigglies. I really needed to answer my texts and write my Christmas cards, which I've had a hard time focusing on, so this is amazing. Yes, love to hear it. How can we get dopamine through nutrients and foods? There's actually a very large list, not super large, there's a big list of foods that give us natural dopamine. I would suggest, I don't know them off my hand like all of them, but Google dopamine-rich foods. Such as things like caffeine bring dopamine into your system. Chocolate brings dopamine into your system. So maybe Google and see which of those suit you. Avocados do. I know that because I love avocados. Yeah. The cookies I'm baking turned out good. Now I just need to overcome my social anxiety and go to the exchange. You got this. Yes. This is so helpful for finals week. Hell yeah. Do you have any tips for finding something you lost? I have tips for not losing things. I do not have tips for finding something that's gone. How does music help you work? It just distracts me, and so do noises around the space that I am working in, and silence is annoying to me. Maybe white sound, pink sound, or brown sound might be something that works for you. Yeah. I had the absolute worst week this last week. I'm sorry to hear that. So many things I need to do, so many worries, so many disappointments. I need some sense of taking my power back. Totally. I hear you, Gabby. This is the time to do it. Yeah. Winter break just hit, and now there's nothing in my urgent category and everything in my important. How do you know where/when to start when there isn't a deadline approaching? That's a great question. I think if you're looking at the Eisenhower matrix in that way, things that are important but not urgent would be the next on our list to be working on. So they're important, they don't have a deadline. Set a deadline for yourself. Create some ideas around how to, like, I have tasks that I need to do. Like, I'm doing accounting right now. That's what I'm doing because I hate that task, and I know that doing it now will be easier. It's not something I have to do right this section, but I have to do it before April. And so I set a deadline for myself that by the end of today, I would have my accounting stuff done up to a certain amount. Yeah. How do you prioritize your tasks? I have so much to do that I don't know where to start. The Eisenhower matrix. That's how we started our stream today. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest Googling it, as I've already described it, but the Eisenhower matrix is my favorite tool to use. Yeah. I'm doing the wonderful necessity of life, eating food. Love it. Breaking up larger tasks into smaller tasks creates mini deadlines. I love that. That's a great suggestion too. So glad you joined our live stream. Thank you for being here. We have 10 minutes left until we take a break. What can you get done in 10 minutes? Set a goal for yourself, get through that thing, and then we'll have a little break together. 10 minutes. Hello and welcome. If you are just joining, great to have you. This session reminded me to eat. Awesome. I'm so glad. Thanks for putting this together. You're welcome. I'm so glad you're here. How do you deal with forgetting or not wanting to take a break? I have a tendency to get really focused and burn out hard. This little guy here, having visual cues for when I'm taking my breaks are so important. And I have set the expectation with myself that when a break comes, I have to take it. It's not optional. I can take a short break instead of a long break though. I'm so happy to catch this live stream because my dishes have been piling up for weeks now and I don't have any motivation whatsoever. I'm so glad you're here and I'm so glad you're working on that. Preparing for the holidays, how to deal with families, invalidation of my neurodivergence emergency, and the rejection I had to face from being turned out at 16 to live on my own. That sounds really hard. Yeah. I'm glad you're taking time to prepare for that. That sounds really hard. I usually always struggle setting up timers and then forgetting them, so this is super helpful. Awesome. You have to make yourself take the break. Yeah, it helps prevent the cycle. Yeah, totally. Your voice is so soothing, it reminds me of a flight attendant. Oh, I love that. I love that. I think a lot of people are used to my voice being very like loud and hyper and energetic, but I'm in work mode. I'm in chill mode right now. I'm in a good space. I don't feel like being cuckoo bananas Hayley at the moment, and so I'm not going to force myself to be. Weird how that happens when you start unmasking, isn't it? If you guys have the option to get an Alexa, it could be life-changing. I have an Alexa in every single one of my rooms in my house because being able to just say, hey, set a timer, so helpful. Yeah. I've recently discovered that if I put gaps of silence in between whatever I'm listening to, it helps me extract my brain from hyper-focusing on something to get into break mode. Love that. Hi Haley, where do you find that Pomodoro? Is it a phone app or on the computer? This is on my computer. It's called studywithme.io, and you can pick different backgrounds for it. It's really lovely. We have a little less than 3 minutes now until we take our first break. So start wrapping up whatever it is that you are working on right now. The last couple little pieces that you're working on, and then we'll come back together. Thanks for joining, Heather. We'll see you next time. All right, my friends, we are going to take a short break now of 5 minutes. So here's what we're gonna do. We've got our break, and I know for myself in breaks, I need like a vibe change. I don't know if that's just me. I need like vibe shift. I need to feel different. I need things to like feel different. I'm trying to find different lo-fi music. No, that's not it. Upbeat, non-copyright music. It's gonna be like party, upbeat party music. Yeah, y'all. This is the non-copyright catchy disco celebration party uplifting funk. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna use this break to start with a wiggle. If you'd like to join me, feel free to join me. Oh, oh God. Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh my God, my back cracked. Did you hear that? That was crazy. Oh. Join me in our little wiggle session. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What the heck is up? Yeah, we got the wiggles. I can't even hear the music. I'm just doing this to myself. Oh, that's good. Oh. wiggle moves. Hell yeah. You can even sit wiggle. You don't have to stand up if you don't want. Do a shake. Whole body shake. Ugh. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my god. What? This non-copyright party music is fucking bumping. Oh my god. All right. If you do not currently have water in front of you, you need to go get some. Mine is in a tiny pink cactus. Grab some water for yourself. Important to stay hydrated as you go about your workday. This song is called Catchy Disco Sports. Disco and sports don't feel like they go together. All right. Drink up, ya goobs. Drink up. We're gonna put on the infamous Hayley song. If you've been in any of my workshops, you'll know this song because this is what plays in the background for a lot of them for the intro. Vibes. Vibes. If you also need a reset right now, now would be a good time to go brush your teeth for new sensory input. This would be a good time to go put a new piece of clothing on. This would be a good time to grab a little snack. This would be a good time to light a new incense, which I'm gonna do. The hole is very inconvenient, so yeah, but I'm gonna light a new incense. That's what I'm doing. That was a gift for you. I only do that on break time, so you're welcome. Here's my incense. Look at it. Little mushroom guy. Yep. You gotta let it get a little hot enough. There's my incense. Beautiful. Amazing. Star Wars lo-fi music. That would be a good idea. Good time to take the dog for a short walk. Yeah. Let them outside. My dog is napping. We took a very long walk before this session because I knew that he was going to sit for a little bit. Grab a new sensory fidget toy for a moment. Shout out to Stimax. Right? Or a favorite is I always have a hand cream with me because in these breaks, I love to put hand cream on. It gives me a new touch and it gives me a new smell as well. So for me, this is a great way to spend my break. How long are you gonna do this? I'm doing special interest computer stuff right now, but plenty I actually need to do. Well, come do the stuff you need to do right now. Tea recommendations. I'm a chai tea gal myself. In our next break, I'm gonna make myself a chai tea. I've already planned that in my head. I know that. So it's something I'm looking forward to. All right. Our break is coming up to an end now, my friends, which means we are going to go back to working. So a good idea around recentering yourself now that you've worked. My God, I'm going to take this off. It's hot in here. Lord. Now you want to recenter yourself in the work that you're doing and the stuff you're trying to work on. So for myself, like I said, I'm working on accounting stuff right now, which I fucking hate. I hate it so much. I hate doing this stuff. I'm going to set a little goal for myself so that I can look forward to working on that specifically. So that is what I'm going to do right now. Set that goal and then start working in that direction. Yeah. I'm going to turn some music on. I'm going to give us our timer back. Oh, there we are. Whoa. I just like popped for a second, which was fun. All right, we're gonna start our timer again. Feel free to send questions, send messages, talk to one another, find out what everybody's doing. I also have a Discord, and if you guys want more of these types of streams, I'm happy to do them in the future because, hey, I'm doing work too right now. So always happy to do more, but I need to hear that they are requested. Is accounting the same as budgeting? Not in the way that I'm doing. What I'm doing right now is I'm so bad at keeping up with my accounting that I'm now going back to like August and writing in where my income has come from so that I can ensure that I pay the correct amount of taxes next year, because I didn't do that last year and it fucked me over. So that is what I'm working on. And I will check in on you guys in a couple of minutes as we start our next session. I love the debate going on about accounting and budgeting and tax evasion. The failure that I made was that last year was the first year I ever worked for myself, and so I didn't put enough money aside for taxes, and so I had to pay my taxes later than they were due, and so I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying that next year I'll have enough to pay my taxes off. You live and you learn, you know? You live and you learn. Another question about taxes. How much are you saving? 30%? Yeah, I'm putting aside 30%. Hopefully I have more than I'll actually need for that. I hate accounting so much. I thankfully have a business manager now that helps me with a lot of it too, but we have both been focused on other things recently, and so now it's time to like get back into working on it. So trying to start back, but it's so hard. I'm gonna do it though. You can do it. My suggestion would be, if you're feeling really trapped and unable to start working again, is pick something that sounds a little bit more fun to start with. So for example, I have now paused accounting work because I realized one of the things I need to budget for next year is I'm planning on hiring a personal assistant. And so I stopped for a moment and I thought, I'm going to make sure that I have that job description fully written out. I have an interview today for somebody potentially, and I want to make sure that I have those questions done. So I'm going to pause what I'm doing, do this, and then go back to the accounting to kind of build momentum into a task I don't want to do. So that's an idea. A good question of what if they're all tasks I don't want to do? Something that like helps me push forward would be doing small achievable tasks, such as I'm gonna tidy the space I'm in right now, or I'm gonna stand up and go take my dog for a really short walk. It's just finding the lowest possible entry for barrier, lowest possible barrier of entry. Is that how you word that? I don't know. Is it common for ADHD to be clean and organized? It's hard to say. I can't recall a specific study on that, but I think it makes sense that ADHD people would be unorganized and untidy. Yeah. Where do I get the Lofi music? Good question. It's just a YouTube video. I'll share it afterwards when we're done. a specific question, any advice for getting through a work day at a bank, very high cognitive tasks, and how to use my breaks. I only get 2 15-minute ones morning and afternoon, but that may be changing. I'm ADHD. I think potentially talking to your team and seeing if it's supportive to have more frequent 5-minute breaks versus 2 15-minute ones. I'd also suggest reworking your idea of what a break is, because for myself, a very quick break that I would take when I worked in a corporate office would be filling up my water bottle. I would use that time to engage in new sensory activities, such as trying new snacks at that time, lighting a new candle or an incense, putting different hand creams on, and just trying to give myself and my body new feelings. And so maybe it's just that when you stand up to go get cash from the bank, I don't know, that in that time you also put a different moisturizer on, or you put a candy in your mouth at that time to give yourself some new input, sensory input. So that's what I would suggest. Rework how you look at those breaks and how they would best support you. We are just around 10 minutes on our timer right now. So keep working, keep doing your thing. If you need a quick wiggle, because we've been working for 15 minutes now, take a quick wiggle if you need a wiggle. Glad that you're here. I'm really, really proud of you for being here, doing the work that you need to do on yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. So you're doing awesome. I love reading your guys' comments. It's awesome to see you here. Glad you guys are working on some projects that maybe feel harder than normal. Working on a book, that's awesome. Keep going. I cleared out several thousand emails from my inbox. Digital clutter is just as stress-inducing as physical clutter for me. I feel that. I totally feel that. Why is this song so quiet? Such a quiet song. I'll change it. Uncluttering that inbox, though, is such a flex. So well done. We have about 3 minutes left on our timer. So I want you to start thinking about wrapping up whatever task it is that you are currently working on. Start wrapping it up. Get concise on where you want to finish and pause. You can come back to it once we finish our break. So start wrapping that up. Down to the last minute to finish up what you're working on. We're going to take a pause together. to the end, friends. All right. And that is that one. We are now on a little break. I'm gonna put our little goofy, silly music in the background. Hell yeah. Okay. I want you to touch base with yourself. We just did another 25 minutes of work. How do you feel? How are you feeling? Huh? How you doing? This would be a good time to drink some water. In fact, how I'm going to use this break is I'm going to go make myself a tea in my microwave because I don't have a kettle. So I'm going to go make myself a tea. What are you going to do in this time to reset your space? I'm also going to get rid of like my lunch dish because I don't want this around me. Have you eaten yet today? Is this a good time to go grab some food, something to eat? Is this a good time to change your clothes into something more comfortable? I think I'm actually going to change out of this and put something cozier on. That's what my body's asking me for. So we're gonna take a little break. I'm going to put myself on mute, gonna go grab myself some tea, and I'll be right back. All right, I've got myself some tea. Here's the next thing I'm gonna do to switch up my workspace during this break. First, I put a new sweater on. Something different, feels different on my body. I'm gonna turn my sitting desk into a standing desk. Oh, my light. Oh. There we go. Aha. New sensory input. New sensory input. Amazing. Look at that. Easy peasy. We're gonna do a little bit of a longer break this time because we've worked for almost an hour. So I'm gonna do my wiggle now. If you'd like to join me for my wiggle, I would certainly love to have you. Oh my God, my back cracked again. I'm real sore here. Oh my God. Oh, that felt great. That felt absolutely splendid. My moderator wants to know, are all Canadians war criminals? I'll leave that to be wondered. All right, I've got myself a tea. If you don't have water, the fuck are you doing? Go grab some water or a tea, something lovely, okay? Grab something to drink. Awesome. Now here's what I like to do sometimes when I take breaks. I'm gonna walk you through another idea. All right, I'm pausing this music. This is one thing that I really like to do. Hey, Brian. Brian made the stream, you guys. Brian was in my workshop this morning. Good to see you. Brian's been in many of my workshops now, and he's a good guy. One thing I like to do during breaks that I find really essential for someone like me I'm very hyperactive, but as you've seen, I've actually genuinely been working as we've been here, and my focus is required for a lot of the work that I'm doing. And so I need to make sure as a hyperactive person that one, I have outlets to let my energy out. So like moving my body is a really good way of doing that. The wiggles help with that for sure. Not the people, the wiggles, like the band, but the physical wiggles. But one thing is my brain is so hyperactive that I also need to have a space to like calm down and to recenter and to bring myself back into the working space. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm turning on some relaxing music for us. And if you wanna follow me, you totally can. If you wanna mute me and put other music on, you totally can. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my hand on my chest. I'm gonna put my other hand on my stomach, and I'm gonna do 5 really deep breaths in and out. And I'd love for you to join me if you'd like to do it with me. But this is how we're gonna recenter before we go back into working. So I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna take a big deep breath in. Hold it for a moment and out. I'm gonna do it again. Big deep breath in. Hold it for a moment and out. Big deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And out. Now if you're like me, I like putting my body into these breathing exercises as well. So I might bring my hands up above my head as I breathe in. And breathe out. And you might want to get your body even more involved, like do a little half squat, breathe in, and out. Let's do one more, like sumo breathe in. I want you to get like as low as you can and then as high as you can. Ready? So breathe in. And when you breathe out, go nice and low. Oh, nice and relaxed. We love that. This is one way that I refocus my energy back into work when I take a break, because I know how hard it can be to then be like, okay, now I need to sit and do some work and do this thing that I need to do. Yeah. I'm gonna take a drink. Lovely. And now we're gonna totally shift the vibes. Yeah! Freaking love this song. Oh yeah, that's the screen for this. There we go. It is time for us now to do another section of work. This is probably the last section of work we're gonna do together on this body doubling stream. So I would love for you to set a goal. What do you want to achieve in the next 25 minutes? What is possible? What is realistic? And if you're here and you have yet to subscribe, please do that. I would so appreciate it. It does help me out. If you want to go watch some of my most recent videos, I would love to have you support me in that way too. I want to be able to make more content for you guys, and that's the best way to do it. So I'm going to pause this music, put on our nice lo-fi music. I'm actually going to change this lo-fi music. I don't like this one. We're going Ghibli-inspired atmosphere, forest ambience, and music. Let's try this out. What are the vibes on this? I gotta suss this out first. Yeah. Oh, soft. Soft and sweet. All right. It is time for us to get moving, y'all. Time to start that timer. Last 25 minutes. What are you gonna get done? The last 25 minutes you got. How are you gonna use it? good question we received. Will the stream stay up so that we can come back to it and continue to use it to body double? Yes, I'm going to save this so that it exists in my live section in my YouTube, so that you can come back to this and use this. And my goal is that in the new year, I'm hoping to run at least one of these a week. That's my goal. If you weren't here earlier in the stream, I'm working right now to get an assistant. That's a big thing that I'm working towards. And if I can make that happen, it'll be a lot easier for me to have an organized schedule, which will make it easier to do these more frequently. So I'm looking at hosting one myself every week on my YouTube channel. But I would love if anyone is interested in being a host of a body doubling session themselves, you can do that through my Discord. I would love to have you there to help host them yourself. If there's a specific time that works for you, that would be great. Brian is referencing some of the stuff we learned in our workshop this morning, which is awesome. And I want to quickly plug, while I have you guys, next month I have an accountability program that runs every single week for 10 minutes. What? Hello? Every single week. For only $10, and it's essentially meant to help you stay on track with your goals for the entire month. I'm also running my UNMASKING program, which was my most successful program to date. It's all about how do you unmask who you really are. After years of learning, you have to pretend to be something else to fit into a neurotypical society. So that is running as well. And yeah, would love to have you. A very pressing question. What size forehead is too big? That right there. Why do you think I have bangs? I would love to organize declutter sessions. Yeah, me too. I need it. I would love to host those. Where do you get your Discord? I wonder if my moderator can plop that into the chat for you guys so you can join us over there for more fun things. awesome to hear so many of you are coming over to the Discord. We'd love to have more people over there. So happy to have you. We love that. If you are a person that wants to potentially be a host of a body doubling session, send myself a message or Mr. C and I Turtle, who is my moderator, and we will set something up so that you can host that with us, because we would love that. Yeah. I would love to help as an assistant so we can have more sessions like these. Is there somewhere to apply? Unfortunately, the assistant position is like in person, so I'm only taking applications for people that live locally to me, but I so appreciate that. If you want to host some sessions for body doubling, join the Discord, get over there, check it out, and maybe we can get something going so that we have more frequent sessions ready. We're coming up to the 10-minute mark or so check in with yourself and see what can you get done in the next 10 minutes or so. Okay, check in with yourself. Anyone joining us right now, thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. For anyone that's here, a reminder to hydrate. Grab a drink of water, grab some tea. Your brain will thank you later, your body will thank you later. Yeah, grab something to take care of yourself. What area are you in? I am in Canada. So not in the States. But there is an application form if anyone happens to be local to me in my Instagram and TikTok bio and the description of my YouTube channel. So you can always check that out if you want to. think people are frequently surprised that I'm from Canada. I think we see people on YouTube and on social media and we think American. I'm proudly Canadian, from Vancouver, British Columbia. Yeah, Canada is lovely. It's relaxed. I don't fear that if I get somebody upset in a road rage incident that I'll die. So it's an enjoyable space to live, and I would recommend it to anyone. We are just coming down below the 3-minute mark, so it's time to start wrapping up whatever this task was that you were working on. And we're gonna get set to kind of do our last wiggle and jiggle together before the stream finishes. So start finishing things off, getting set to have a little break so that you can come back to maybe working if that's what you need to do without the stream. So take a moment, settle in, finish up what you're working on, and I'll see you in 2 minutes. I was apparently so focused that I missed the end of that timer there, which is both a good thing and less of a good thing. Okay, here we go. Oh, we did it. We just made it through 3 25-minute work periods, which is awesome. I don't know about you, I still have work I need to do, but I can't do it here anymore because here's the thing. I have been focused and doing a lot of stuff here, and I've done my best to revamp the vibes and the feelings. But now I need kind of significant change for me to continue working on the things I'm working on. So here's what I'm going to do so I can, suggest something for you. I'm now going to pack my stuff up and go to a coffee shop. I'm going to get a nice little treat, going to do some work there, and then come back to finish my work day because this is great. Body doubling is awesome. And I want to continue that momentum. And I know that the second that this finishes and ends, I'm going to feel maybe stuck. And so for my friends that kind of struggle with this, there are also YouTube videos out there currently posted that do body doubling sessions. I'd suggest turning one of those on, starting, continuing this with this workflow if you need it. Otherwise, use this time to take a big break. Take a pause, go get like a solid meal, go drink a ton of water, have a break for a bit, and then decide what to do after that. I am so glad that you came here today and decided to do work with me. I appreciate it. It's been really nice having you all here. And I love to hear that so many people found this so helpful. This is one of the longest streams I've done in a very long time. But I got a lot of work done, which is great. And I'm definitely gonna do more of these in the future. So thank you for coming. Any future body doubling sessions will be posted as events in my Discord, so please head over there. Go check it out. You can say that you're headed to that event, say, yes, I'm going to this, and you'll get reminded about it too, which is really nice. And otherwise, if no one has told you today, I am so proud of you for putting in the work to yourself because nobody else is going to do it, so it's amazing that you're doing it for you. I love you all so much. You're doing amazing things for yourselves. Check out my unmasking program starting in January, my accountability program starting in January, my burnout course that is currently for purchase. All of those things are available through my website, my link tree, which you can find in the description of my bio in YouTube, or on any of my social media platforms. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Love you dearly.